Grand Rising. Today I've got a lot of errands to run and I need to go and pick up my youngest daughter. So yeah, so that's good. But today's also a number 1 day. So yesterday was a number 9 day, and what I realized this morning was, you know, all that stuckness yesterday. It was I think it was more because I've caught up. You know, I'm ready for this new day, this new cycle. I'm ready for it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm ready for it. So, did coherence healing this morning, and there was a really beautiful moment where, you know, I was in joy of the cat of Mary that had come in, and, you know, she was all sweet in my lap while I was doing the session. But then all of a sudden there was a realization that snapped me into tears for about 10 seconds or so, maybe 30 seconds. You know, just, it's like turning on a tap, like this is on, and then boom, okay, the energy's cleared that we needed to clear. And so most of the time when I clear things, I can't remember what's been cleared, so I really wanted to talk to you about what was cleared, but I've forgotten. So, yeah, new moon tomorrow too. New cycle for me today. So I'm going to get some things in line so that I can have a beautiful ceremony with some women on the weekend, and yeah, stock up on food as usual. Healthy, organic, mostly food when I can find it. I didn't have any organic bananas though at the shop last time, and I'm really not enjoying these ones. Oh my god, my pinky looks like it's like a tiny little nail, but it's not. Yeah, these have been distracting me and kind of bringing me down a bit for the last, you know, since I've looked like this, really, since they got done even. But it's okay, everything's for a reason. Sometimes you just got to grind everything down to nothing, and then you can go forward with a fresh, you know, because, you know, that's the whole thing behind coherence healing and everything. Just came to a really beautiful realization. I was going to try to read it out, but I can't. Last night, with everything, all these, you know, all these doubts that are coming up to our minds, you know, it's popping up all over, like the, you know, activated ascension sort of groups. You know, people, you know, they're like all this sudden doubt and, you know, worry, but I believe that is a systematic control that the system has had over us is lifting, but for that to lift, you know, that doubt has to leave from us. It's us that's holding the system up. You know, it's the second we stop caring about what they say, the sooner we will be free. And that's it. Someone asked me yesterday when you know, how long do you think this is going to go on for? As long as people, it's up to us. As long as people choose to believe that the system holds any power over us. But Anyway, yeah, there's quite a few long videos. Yesterday's was only 15 minutes or so at least, but yeah, friends and family don't seem to be engaging with me. Not many people talking on, commenting or anything, so maybe people just don't give a shit about what I'm doing. So I'm not going to waste too much of my time. I'm going to try to keep them brief, but I think they're important messages. And also, I guess I kind of wanted to talk about the way I sleep. Let's see if it'll stay here. Which is basically every night. But yeah, especially last night, I was able to really find some really nice spots, and they really felt permanent. Like, words are so limiting. If I could just share with you the feelings, you know, that it felt like, perhaps, you know, like it felt forever, which is exactly what I've already said. Anyway, I do have, like, so this morning, especially after coherence healing and, you know, shifting it, because, you know, in the morning you should stretch regardless, but, you know, coherence healing is like just another deeper level of connection to you and the cells of your body. So yeah, during that even there was a moment. I had to get up to close the door because the cats had come in halfway through the session, and so I was sitting there, you know, and Mary was just being so sweet, you know, lying in my lap, and I could feel her, and I was patting her, and I was just in so much joy and happiness. But then suddenly there was a realization, you know, during the session, something that he'd said, I guess, that switched me into this realization of see, sometimes when we release things, they're just gone instantly. And I just can't remember it at all. But suddenly I was in tears. And these tears are, you know, they're thick. They're, you know, it's like someone just turned on a tap and said, all right, we're releasing this. And then once what was released was done, it's like, okay, done. That's it. I think the point was important though. I really don't like this. You know, like the realization I had yesterday, it's not about the words, it's about the energy. I'm just gonna get rid of this completely. I haven't done my daily cards for a while, but since it's a brand new day, and also, yeah, I'm going to be doing a few things today. Let's see if there's any warnings here. This one needs to come out. Oh yeah. They've watched every single one of us since birth. What if aliens exist as an endless consciousness? And for fun, they watch a TV show called Earth. I like this song. And there's a bunch of different storylines. The moral isn't clear. And if
it feels like the writing's gone downhill in the last year. And everyone's a hero painted in the proper light. And the show's in multicolor, though it acts so black and white. In its 100 millionth season, for what it's worth, a TV show called Earth. As we gaze out into space, they're a few feet from our face, eating popcorn, drinking soda with their friends. Though to us it might seem cruel, how they keep a betting pool on the way the human storyline will end. 'Cause everyone's a villain who just looks out for their own. And be careful picking favorites, 'cause they all end up as bones. And the ensemble is pretty good, the leads all mostly suck. And recently they trashed the set to make a couple bucks. And a plot like that has not been seen before. They might only have a couple seasons more.
So I had to end that there. But yeah, it doesn't sound great. It looks like a lot of coming out of, you know, this suppression kind of energy. I did already go have a quick squiz at them, but yeah, there's conviction, standing my ground, and even the last one that popped out as well. Peaceful resolution, ending conflict, sacrifices. Fearing change, unmotivated, restlessness. Emotionally immature, blocked creativity. You know what I mean? Like, you know, these things that have been stopping me from, you know, these things that, this is some, I don't know what's going to happen today. They didn't really give me anything I wanted to know. I wanted to know either whether the day was going to go smoothly or whether it was going to have a lot of road bumps, and this kind of points to a lot of road bumps. So I don't know how the day is going to go. So wish me luck. I made it to the Queen Victoria Market today. Don't ask me how I got here, but it's been funny watching people break the law going down all sorts of streets just because of the road work. Right in the middle of Melbourne. But anyway, off to do my business. So interesting, like when you pull up listening to a song about uniting, about it's time that we unite the masculine and the feminine energies of the universe, basically. And then you pull up at a united servo. The universe is always speaking to us, whether we want to believe the messages or not. That's going to change our you know, actual reality. So as well, I haven't mentioned today, I forgot, I haven't had time, obviously I've been quite busy, but this right hip has been giving me little twingy kind of things going on in there, and as I've even noticed, like even in the legs, because like I guess I've been doing a lot of work on the upper body, and like I think I said this morning, my shoulder is really going in nice. What I didn't actually say was like about how like it's like that shoulder blade is trying to go around, up, around, and then be tucked right back in to the right spot, which is not easy. At the same time, releasing things from here and also fixing things on this side as well. So it's no surprise because I've been sleeping in the caravan instead of sleeping in the swag on the floor, which sleeping on the floor greatly helps like lower back pains and even other body pains as well. So it's no surprise that everything's sort of creeping back up in some way. But you know, obviously generally everything feels good, and I know, you know, there's progress, but yeah, it's very clear. Like I said, the last few days there's been the right side, the masculine, you know, feeling some shifts. So yeah, the hip's gotten worse because there's things that we need to take serious action on in this world at the moment. If your hip's hurting, it's a clear message to move on with something. You know, take action, take a stance, because your hip's also connected to your throat, which, you know, it hasn't been too bad, but it's just been a bit like weird and nervy, and there's been things going on, and this jaw earlier on was a bit tight. Yeah, my hip's definitely a bit better during the day, and it'd be good if I could go for a really nice long walk too, actually. But yeah. So yeah, I've also sort of been listening to this video, which I'll put the link in the comments, which is, you know, I've heard all this sort of stuff before about, you know, the real law, really, instead of all this legal bullcrap. And it's connecting some dots and coming at glorious timing. I don't know if I've already mentioned it, but yeah, the unproductive chat that I had the other day, yeah, you know, it manifested it into the universe to find the answers. You know, sometimes even if you don't have all the answers, it's just nice to sit down with someone and listen to their story, listen to the problems, and you know, give suggestions, I guess. But you know, like, I guess it'd be good if those suggestions were actual feasible, and you know, you've actually considered the person's problem. Part of my problem is my morals. It's the fact that my morals are good and the system wants me to do things that are not good. I've been lawful my whole life, and I still have continued to be lawful, except the only problem is what's happening to me is not lawful. It's legalities. Sometimes I think, like, maybe if I put $40 because it's the truth, and once you make it fancy, it's not the truth anymore. Grand Rising. So I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these daily ones. You know, like every day is not exciting in the garden, not all the time, not yet anyway. But these shifts have just continued to shift through me. Yeah, it's just been magnificent, really. But there's a little bit of pain still, like I said yesterday with the hip popping through. Well, anyway, you might see. I don't know if I posted about it yesterday, but the right side coming through again, just like more like a full flush on that side, and the hip, this tweaky little thing. And then this morning I went to put my shoe on, my left one, when I put my foot up, knee up, a little tweaky pop, and now in the glute there's a little bit of a little, yeah, so it's so many shifting. And then I realized that, you know, sacral, our relationships, our creativity, and new moon sister circle tonight. So yeah, I've never been to this circle, and yeah, she's just down the road basically. So yeah, it's gonna be great, I think. One of my problems with just recording, just for the fun of it, is, you know, because they say just go out, just say stuff, don't worry about it. But yeah, I missed the point, really, because I don't think you really realize why that's even a thing, most people. You know, that energy center is tweaking, it's popping, it's getting ready to shift something. And that something, that same energy, is what I'll be stepping in later. So it's preparing my body for the spiritual shift. It's already happened. We're just catching up to that moment. I'll just try to explain the neck stuff a little bit more, because yeah, I think I've done it like maybe a million times, but this time, at the moment now, it's, you know, my shoulders are starting to feel a lot better, like getting back into that, wherever that shoulder blade's meant to be. But now at the moment, now this is all starting to actually feel like it's where it's getting where it's meant to be. So it's like this really, you know, tight, sort of firm, strong muscle. I think it's called your trap. Oh, I'm so terrible with those things. But yeah, that's sort of loosening all the you know, the fascia in there, I guess. It's around the muscle, and that's all loosening like a lot today, and all the way up into the jaw and behind the ear, especially on this side. It's where it's been the tightest, sort of right in there. You can almost sort of still see it, but it's definitely going down from the way it used to be. Especially today, I can just, it's just, you can just feel it releasing. It's quite an intense sensation, really. Anyway, so for example, my jaw, just like, I had a bit of a click where, like, you could think of it as, imagine your jaw just dislocating. And it would feel really weird and loose, but it's actually good, like relieving kind of feeling. And then I got up and moved, and then I felt, you know, on the opposite diagonal side, you know, a little release in there. you know, this is just, it's happening constantly. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I guess, make people aware of what's going on through my body and the shifts that we all might be facing soon. Repotted my little ruby rubber plant. The dirt, it's very dry, but once it's in there it should go good and catch up a little bit to that one. Hopefully by the time they grow up it should even out a little bit, I think. Still have not gotten around to creating a plan or reorganizing any of this junk, but the cat caravan has been sort of reorganized, tidied up again. It just does get messy quite easily. And put a fire on so I can cook the veggies from the big markets. There's veggies in there to a nice stock, which I've got plans for all of that. And while I was cleaning out the caravan, the cat caravan, just pulled out my roller because it was in there. And yeah, when I get a moment, I'm just gonna have a rest and a stretch and sit and be. Also put a load of washing on too. Grand Rising again. I had a really awesome new moon women's circle last night. First one I found in a local place, lady person, facilitator that's just awesome, completely matches my values. But yeah, this morning I'm just making some porridge, and even just, like to do the kettle, to, make porridge, to do so many things. Obviously we need some water, for example, but like my water is in containers outside. So that means I have to fill up my vessels outside, bring them in constantly to use things, which is fine, but very time consuming. So, on top of, I had to fill up the diesel heater this morning, running backwards and forwards to washing even, because it's all the way from the house to the cat shed, which is, you know, it's a fair distance, you know, it all adds up, you know. Just doing all those little trips, which it's just life. We do that. And I really don't mind doing more. But it's just, it's like no one else is doing it. We should be doing this in communities, and you know, more hands make light work. Phone just stopped recording on its own. Weird. But yeah, anyway, such is life. I'm loving it, and it's a gorgeous day outside. You just look at this beautiful day. It's a kitty. So I'm going to go out there and get it very soon. By the way, my porridge is just basically organic oats, organic oat milk, some water, some cinnamon, actually a lot of cinnamon, some organic peanut butter actually as well, nice little bunch of that, and I have peeled a banana and popped it in the oven. But I don't know if I want to end up having it, but actually also organic and activated granola. It's quite nice. So I'm going to put that on the top, wait for my banana, and enjoy. And that'll do. Banana's just warm, really. Oh my god, and it is just perfect. Perfect spot to eat it. Yum. And of course Mary wants to join in this beautiful moment. You know, whenever the heart chakra, you know, whenever you're feeling so much love and joy, Mary's always there to jump in and join in on the energy. This girl's being ridiculously cute. I don't know, I've got two hands. She's probably gonna get angry at me. But, yeah, here we go. Yeah. This is better, isn't it? I knew it. I always know exactly what the kitty cats want. What you doing? See yous. She says no more for the camera. I want both hands. She really gets too hairy though. Look at all this hair. Stop moving. You're being so cute. She loves it, don't you, Mary? Loves the camera. Stop. And pretend to hate it. You're too cute. Aren't you? Almost forgot that Eva was in here. She's a weird one. She likes this pat. Sure. She likes some weird ones. She's so pretty in the sun. Trying to cook 2 dinners at once and just ran over to get a wooden spoon. But look at that sky. And back I go. I will be running, but not right now. Still going. Still going.